consider me.
Alright, son.
That's my shit, bro. Stop playing.
But before we do that,
No Talent Beats.
what up, though?
It's popping slime.
Nothing. Do I look like Ivan Ooze to you? Slime?
That's how you feel?
You said it.
You got all that red on.
Nah, son, it's just for the flash, you know? You know what I'm saying?
But if it's for the flash,
But it's
wouldn't
not this kind of flash.
But wouldn't it mess up the camera? Hey guys, how you guys doing? Woo! That was a knee slapper. How you guys doing? I'm looking both cameras simultaneously. How you doing? Bro, we starting the episodes. Don't look at me like that. Anyway.
That's why I'm annoyed, because we just started.
What you mean, bro? Anyway, hi guys. Welcome to the Educated Brothers Podcast. We're on episode 11, bro.
I ain't got enough fingers for that. 1 of them, 2 of them, 3 of them, 4 of them, 5 of them, 6 of them, 7 of them, 8 of them, 9 of them, 10 of them, 11 of them. See, we up here now.
15. No, that's 11, right?
I think once.
It is once.
It is, right? I don't know what you talking about.
Listen, I took like 8 years of Spanish and kept fucking up in that class. But
that sounds very, very, very tragic.
I'm counting.
I wasn't no better with French, so I'm not here to judge.
I'm counting my college years as well.
College?
Yeah.
College?
College. I took Spanish in college as well.
Let's say you went to college in France. You went to college.
Somebody hit me up yesterday. Was like, "Yo, do you know a good collage app so I can put pictures up there with music in the background?" And I'm like, "What the fuck is she talking about? Like, you don't gotta go to school for that." And then I reread it. I'm like, "Oh shit, she said collage." Listen, that's why you gotta proof exactly. That's why you gotta proofread shit before you.
Is fun.
Listen, I know motherfuckers read text fast and respond to some shit they thought they saw, and then they go back and be like, "Oh shit, that's not what happened." Because I responded because I was at work rushing the text, and I'm like, "Oh shit, that's not what she's talking about." Anyway,
great job, sir.
How you been, OD?
I've been good. I can't complain. Mm-hmm. As you know, say it like I always do. Any day above the ground is a good day.
Hallelujah.
It's a day to do something special.
Blessed and highly favored, baby.
So I can't complain, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
I mean, I could, but at the end,
but you're choosing not to.
It's about doing something about it, not complaining about it. You know?
Absolutely.
So no complaining on this side, brother.
Absolutely.
Only changes to be made.
Absolutely.
I'm talking about the man in the mirror. Ooh, I'm asking him to change his ways.
You too dark to sing that song.
No. First of all, he was darker when
that song came out. He was white, bro.
That whole yeah. You right, son. Anywho, how you, son?
Yo, honestly, my last 4 weeks have been amazing, bro.
Talk about it.
All the shit that I felt like I didn't get to do during the summer, I just crammed into these last 4 weeks. It's been really dope. I got to go to the U.S. Open for the first time. That shit was fire. Even though Naomi lost, I was pissed.
I heard you was out there cheering.
Yo, you know,
I heard you was out there fanboying.
for all y'all who don't watch tennis or do watch tennis, y'all know when they ask the crowd to be silent, as soon as they would go silent, I'd be like, no! And everybody in the section is just looking like, who the fuck is this guy? I forgot to tell you this. I met Shiggy.
Shiggy?
Yeah, he was at the match.
Oh, okay.
It was in passing. I ain't stopped taking no pictures. I don't know how people do that. I'm not one of those people. Like when you see somebody that's of fame, of status, of celebrity, people go crazy. I don't know how to do that. So when I saw him, I literally was just like, "Hey, what's up?" The person I was with was like, "Yo, who is that?" I'm like, "That was Shiggy," and she was like, "Oh, word." you wasn't gonna say nothing. I'm like, what do I say? He's a man like me. I'm not gonna be in his face. Like, can I have a picture? Can you take a photo with me? Like, I'm a grown ass man. Like, why look like doing that?
Not for nothing. I think you might be younger.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But you look like being a fanboy.
I couldn't, bro. Like, if it was on some shit when we was talking, I'm like, yo, like, you want to flick it up real quick? I would have did some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But clearly, he out enjoying himself. I wasn't about to bother that man. But that happened. I went to the VMAs, dog.
Okay, talk about it.
Fire, bro.
Yeah.
We had the
You got
show.
a sneak performance.
They put
you on the undercard.
I was about to jump on the stage, but
Get your 8 Mile on, son.
I was going to jump on the stage with fucking Chloe. Chloe, what's her? How you say her last name? The sisters.
Bailey?
Yeah, the booty so big, Lord have mercy. Like, she performed that shit, and she was going nuts. I'm like, oh, she wildin'. But all in all, yo, like, to experience that live, just, I don't know, everybody's seen a VMA or award show once in their lives. So to actually be there in person to experience that, man, it was amazing. And you get to see all the hard work that these people put into their art. And, you know, to see it live, it was just so dope. And it's inspiring. Like, it makes you want to do more. Like, even though, I'm not going to front, like, just off of age, I was one of the oldest people there. You know, people who go to the VMAs are usually in their early 20s. Yeah. But it was so inspiring. It was dope, so dope to see them put all the passion into what they was doing. To see them perform the songs that they done put their blood, sweat, and tears into making. It was so dope, man. I'm like, I enjoyed every minute of that experience. I was tired as hell at the end of the show.
I hear you.
but that was fire, bro. And then just countless of events I've been going to with family members, friends, this last couple of weeks, man. I can't honestly think of one negative thing about the last few weeks. You don't exactly. And even with the things that had happened, that I can be like, oh, that's fucked up. I just kept in stride, bro. Like, I wasn't about to let it get me down. I'm like, you know what? I'm out here doing what I want to do. I'm having fun doing it. There's no point in just being upset about the shit, you know? So, you know, just live your life, keep having fun. The people who want to be there will be there. They're not going to make you question if they want to be there. And I'm 100% sure. Anybody who wants to be in your life is not going to put themselves in positions to be out of it.
Absolutely. So
you got to just remember that shit and just keep it moving, bro. So I've been having the time of my life the last couple of weeks, and I'm ready for fall. I was born in the fall anyway, so I'm ready for fall, baby. I'm ready for fall. But yeah, so you want to tell the people what we're talking about today?
Yeah. It was actually something that made me. I don't really be on Instagram as much as I should be, which I can admit. I need to get on there a lot more and see stuff. But sometimes I like to scroll down on good old timeline and just see what I can see. And Justin LeBoy is a very funny page. You know, granted, it's a meme.
Very toxic.
Yes.
Let's make sure. Very fucking toxic.
Absolutely toxic. We're not going to take anything away from it, but it's there for entertainment.
Yep.
You know, you take things with a grain of salt. Some things. Some of the things, however, you know, you look at it and you go, "Wow, what makes you think?" So one of the memes said, "Women need to be more, or we're the women who are more womanly and not more like G.I. Joes or G.I. Janes." I like to read it like more like women and not like niggas. But for me, it's just something that I'm curious about because I do want to know, like, not even from a misogynistic standpoint. I honestly want to know, why is it that women have gotten so aggressive? You know, so then, you know, I play in the comments sometimes just to see how other people think. You know, some dudes be wilding. You can't say nothing in the comments. They call you some crazy ass names if you comment on something that's supposed to be about the women. They call you a bitch if you got something to say. It's like, bro, I was just simply asking a question. Like, I really want to know because I'm just, you know, I'm blessed enough to be from a 2-family home, and I've seen things where it's like, you know, a woman being a woman, taking care of, you know, the kids and being very caring and loving. So when I say like being more like a woman, I don't mean necessarily like in the kitchen or none of that wild goofy shit. I mean like the energy that they give off, the caring, the loving, the patience, the kindness. So then one young lady, she had like a counter rebuttal, and she said, you know, bring back the men who are more protective and providers. So I wanted to know, just from her standpoint, you know, is your level of femininity dependent on what a man is going to do? So what I mean by that is, if you know, to counter that argument on the entire post, like to give it some longevity, is the fact that that's the basis. You know, men need to do more of this and more of that. Is a counter argument to women need to be more womanly. So I'm just saying, as a man, I know my masculine energy is not just used to appease or get women. I use my masculine energy to get the things that I need to get done.
Facts.
Why can't women just use their femininity to be feminine, as opposed to I'll be feminine for this man if he does this, as opposed to just being feminine?
Now, I'm going to say something that is going to be really shocking. And a lot of people don't see it this way, but this is just how I feel, is my opinion. It's our fault. And when I say ours, I mean men. Mm-hmm. It's our fault because we spent centuries, eons, you know, men are the providers. So since we are the providers, mm-hmm. don't say shit to us. If I'm going to be providing for this home, and you're going to live in it, and I'm protecting and providing for you as well, mm-hmm. A lot of men feel like I can do whatever the fuck I want. Mm-hmm. So, like any person, male or female, if you're constantly pushing somebody down, eventually they're gonna rise up. Because even the weakest person is gonna have that moment, like, yo, fuck that. Like, and this is a really extreme point, but I'm just trying to make my point. It's for the same reasons why you hear all these kids who shoot up schools been bullied before they started shooting the schools up. Mm-hmm. We're really passive, but I'm remember everything you fucking did to me, and I'm gonna overreact in the worst way possible. Mm-hmm. So what I feel like is happening with a lot of women, and just in this generation, is that they see what happened to the women of the previous generations, mm-hmm. constantly getting cheated on, worst case scenarios, getting beat at home, making themselves to feel like they're inferior, like they're nothing. And they see that, and in their mind, they're like, oh, that'll never be me. So to them, they be like, well, to avoid that, I have to start acting like the men that are doing it. Mm-hmm. But what they fail to realize is that not all men are like that. Just how like not all females are like that. Not all men are like that. So what happens is the mass majority, because the majority of people aren't shitty like that. But it's human nature to promote negativity. You feel me? And what I mean by that is for the same reason why, like, say you post a photo. Yeah. You can have 40 people be like, yo, you look good, you look good. That one stupid motherfucker be like, yo, you look stupid, and you'll respond to him.
I won't. See,
you won't.
I won't.
You won't. But in nature, because like you just said, if
it's 40 to 1, I'm really not going to give it no energy.
I promise you, because you're on social media, but you're not heavy, like, active on it. If you go into any Instagram model's picture right now, without all the bot and spam, the spam comments, you seen that video the other day? Yeah. Shout out to
RDC World.
Yeah, that video was hilarious, bro. Like, suck my tits.
Ooh, me. He's like, yo, my boy Whitney. I mean, my boy
he's like, yo, he going out like this. Yo, that video had me dying. But yeah, hilarious. If you go under any of their posts, mm-hmm. they almost always respond to that one negative comment. Yeah. And that mindset baffles me, because it's like, delete this shit.
Yeah.
Like, why, bro? Like, real talk, and anybody who follows me, if y'all don't realize I do that, I'm not going to respond to anything negative unless it's one of my boys and we're joking. If I don't know you and you say something crazy under my post, I'm not going to go back and forth with you. I'm going to delete that shit. I don't have to give it energy. And I think, going back to what we were speaking about, when women seen that men was doing that shit so much, and it's so much easier to respond to negativity, some women just felt like, you know what, let me act like they act, and maybe that would keep me away from getting hurt, feeling like I'm little, feeling like I'm inferior, feeling like I can't do what the fuck I want to do in life. I've literally had women personally tell me, straight up, I do what I do to men because men been doing that shit for centuries. And that, to me, is a crazy ass how to do that.
My whole thing is, like, I get where you're going with it. Mm-hmm. And it's not even about coming up with excuses, but for me, it's just, there has to come a point in time where certain things you feel are, for yourself, off balance. You know? Like, and I guess maybe, like, speaking on, like, energy-wise, like, me personally, I know the kind of energy that I give off.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not going to give off something opposite because it's going to make me feel weird.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So I feel as though not all women do it.
They don't.
But there are some women who are just hyper aggressive, and it's weird because it's like hyper aggressive, but it's not supposed to be aggression. But it's like from the realm of aggression, but it's not. It's just like that hyper aggressive, and I don't understand.
It's a defense.
I mean, I get why it can happen. Why it can happen. Obviously,
it's legit a defense mechanism, bro.
But son, it's like I know it's a defense mechanism, but it's to the point where it's like to be like a nigga.
No, I promise you, it's a defense mechanism because, especially, listen. When you start really looking into shit, no one who's doing that really wants to be like that unless they're truly fucking evil.
Yeah.
And 9 out of 10 of the women who are like that, I promise you, it was somebody along the line who really, really shitted on them and broke their heart.
I believe that.
And it's the same way for men. Men who are really like that got their heart broken, and they felt like some men can go through multiple heartbreaks and most men go through that one bad heartbreak and be like, that shit will never happen to me again. I ain't letting nobody get close to me like that. Fuck everybody. I'm going to do me. And, that's how it be. Mm-hmm. But it's fucked up to cast a stone onto everybody off the mistakes of one person. And that, to me, I just will never be able to understand that thought process. This is like, you can apply that to anything, and in almost every scenario, it wouldn't make sense to do it. Like, for example, us as black men, we're sitting up here fighting racism, and with people who are racist, what they do is they'll have that one incident with one person from that particular race and just be like, oh, well, everybody's like that. And we don't like that shit then, so why would we apply that to any other scenario? And I think it's wrong. Like, since we speaking on it, I've been hurt a few times in my life, but I would never sit up here. Like, has it changed me? Yes, some good, some bad. But do I allow that to affect my relationships with any other woman I get involved with? No. It makes me smarter. It makes me more aware. But I would never take out any type of aggression or pain onto somebody new I'm dealing with because they haven't done it. I'm the type of person I get some people tell me I'm crazy for doing it because that's how you keep ending up in bad situations. But I'm the type of person, I see shit through until somebody gives me a reason to not fuck with them no more. And once I'm good off of it, I'm good off of it. You've seen it. Once I'm good, even if I shed tears over you, once I'm good off of it, fuck you. Yeah. And it's not going to be on some, I'm giving you bad energy. I can see you in person and say, hi, how you doing? I hope you had a good day. And still in the back of my mind, like, I'm not giving you that energy no more. I don't need to. Because those feelings that I had are gone. So why am I going to give you any type of energy? I'm going to be me until the day I die. So I'm going to continue to be me. And I know I'm not evil. I love having fun. I love being kind to people. It's not hard for me to hold the door for somebody. That's just who I am. So why am I going to allow it to affect the person I am?
That's my point.
So with them, with the people who allow their past traumas or things they seen other people go through, and for them to sit up there like they'll never be me, so I'm gonna be an asshole to people.
But my thing is this, like for example, let me just say it like this. Ultimately, women have so much power. The reason why I asked the question is because women have power, and if they realize just how much power they actually have,
they don't.
They do.
I don't think they do.
I know you're probably trying to go with this, but think about it. You're a man, right? Mm-hmm. You're a man, right? You have needs. Have you ever heard of a woman named Cleopatra?
Yes.
You know how she's got a lot of, you know her history, right? She had a lot of kingdoms and things like that. Do you know what she did? She used her femininity to get into men's head. Do you know why? Because men are very simple.
Yeah, it's easy.
So what I mean by their power, there are things that they can do. They are very, not conniving, but very, what's the word I'm looking for? Meticulous in the way that they move. They're very calculated in certain steps. But sometimes they get very emotional. So because the emotion takes over the calculation, if they realize that it doesn't have to be like, oh, I'm going to be so aggressive. Men are, I don't know about you, but I like a gentle woman. I like a woman who doesn't. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, any man who don't, like, we ain't talking about gentle all the time. Obviously, there's some points where you're like, yo, you got to go hard. You know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. But any man who say he want his girl to be a roughneck, he's probably gay. He's probably gay. He's trying to tell himself he likes women. Like, yo, man, you gonna like a guy who go out there and buy the same pair of Jordans every time he buy the same pair for his girl. He got the same T-shirt, and him and his girl always matching outfits, but it's always they got matching sweatsuits.
Bunny slippers.
no bunny shit. It's all masculine shit. He trying to dress you up like a little boy. Nah, fuck that. Like, yeah, if you comfortable dressing like a tomboy, I'm with that. But you gotta give me a skirt or a dress every now and then. Like,
I like a woman in some jeans and sneakers. Don't bother me none.
All the time, bro.
Don't bother me none.
I'm sorry, can't see. It's good. We don't always have to think, you know.
That's not being a GI Joe, bro. That's a woman dressing comfortably. So
is it?
A woman in some Jordans.
That's different. That's different. It's okay to be comfortable. It's okay to be comfortable. I can't get a skirt or a dress every now and then.
Oh no, I'm saying that's cool, but I'm saying if you don't do that, like I'm not tripping.
You know what's my biggest pet peeve? and if any of the girls that have ever dated see this, they're gonna laugh when they see it. If they don't hate me, they're gonna laugh when they see this. Fucking, I hate when the girl I'm dating uses my soap. I can't stand that shit. I don't need you smelling like me, bro. Like
That's never happened.
This shit's aggravating.
That Old Spice commercial.
That shit is, where you think they get the basis of that shit from? That shit is real, bro. Women will be like, yo, you smell so good, and literally will spray your cologne on them. What are you doing? Like, that shit's for me. It's not for you. I don't need you smell like me.
It's not for you anyway.
Like, fuck. Like, yo, when I see that Old Spice commercial, people be laughing. I get so mad when I see it, because that shit is real life, bro.
That is hilarious.
Like, I love being complimented on how I smell. There's nothing better in the world to have a female come up to you like, yo, you smell so good. Because you got to put work into smelling good.
Imagine if she came up to you like, yo, you smell mad good, my nigga.
And be like, yeah, thank you, bro. And I'm gonna walk the fuck off. But nah, like, so getting back to the original point. Like, my thing is, I feel like they just honestly felt like their sex have been shitted on for so long. Some of them just feel like, well, I have to be like them to avoid the heartache, the trauma.
Women to be so beautiful.
And going back to, I'm so happy you brought up the Cleopatra point, because I'm big on history. So yeah, I knew about that. But when I mean by that, women don't realize the power they have. How many Cleopatras has there been?
But that's my point.
We're getting to the same thing.
We be doing this.
Yeah, we're getting to the same thing.
Doing this a lot.
We're getting to the same thing. It just we got to loop around to this shit.
Right, so we just be traveling like this.
Because, and that's my point. Because if women realized the power they had, there wouldn't be male presidents. There wouldn't be all these guys in office. Y'all wouldn't have to worry about stupid ass Texas governors passing abortion rules that don't make sense.
That don't make
zero fucking sense. Since I brought that up, 2 seconds on it. Us as men should not be telling. We should never be in a position to be telling females what to do with their bodies.
Ding, ding.
If especially if it's like to tell a woman, yo, you got raped, you got pregnant, you need to keep the baby. That's some evil shit.
Bro.
That is sick. That's fucked up. And real talk, the governor of Texas need to burn in hell for the rest of eternity for the shit he's pulling right now. And honestly, this is why sometimes I'll be like, yo, man. It's okay for people to have different political views, but some of the shit that the conservatives and Republicans
between having political views and just being like an outright like demon,
bro. And it's for reasons like that why I can never sit up here and be like, yo, and understand the mind of a Trump supporter, because it's like this man has said evil shit. He has done the shit he has said has put so many people in really harmful situations. Shit, some of the shit he has said has gotten people killed. How the fuck can you support somebody like that? You better off saying, well, I don't 100% agree with what Hitler did, but I got some of his points. Fuck that. No.
That's
crazy, bro. Like,
yeah,
so.
If you can justify anything.
Listen, I'm getting off the rails.
Yeah, you are. Because you be doing that.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to pull it back in.
We're a suit and tie.
But going back to the point you made about Cleopatra, and that's my point, because if more women understand the absolute power they have, they can still keep their femininity and still run shit, because most men's minds are feeble. And even the smartest man in the world, if the dumbest girl in the world walked up to him right now that looked like Beyonce and said, "Yo, fuck me, but you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta do this, you gotta do that," more than likely he's going to succumb to what she's asking for. That's why you get these weird shit online. Like, you got men in the world who's attracted to fucking feet, or men in the world who's buying used underwear. Like,
hey son, don't shit on nobody's fetish, bro. People like what they like.
but my point being, my point being is, shit like that can happen because men's minds are feeble, and oftentimes, more than not, we think with our penises. I'm not saying all the time it could be a bad thing, like, because a lot of women don't understand this point either. It's a good amount of men in the world. I don't know if there's a lot, because I don't have these type of conversations with guys, but I'm just being real. There's a lot of men in the world whose emotions are directly tied to their penis. Mm-hmm. It's like, I mean,
there are people out there.
Yeah, like,
it's not even that. It's just like they really love
sex. Like
real certain things to it. Yeah.
Real talk. I was reading an article on erectile dysfunction, and fucking one of the paragraphs in the article is like, yo, most of the time the men don't have erectile dysfunction. They just don't realize they're not attracted to their partner as much as they. But in that aspect of it, they don't realize that, to them, oh my God, she's bad. But they don't realize they need that connection. And they're not understanding it because it's promoted that, oh, well, she looks good, I'm a man, I'm supposed to like that. And that's why a lot of people just need to start to understand themselves better, to be true with themselves, and don't allow the outside noise to fuck up what they feel internally. And once you start to get in touch with yourself, shit can work better. Like, I'm just being real since I brought it up. The few times that I tried to have sex after I lost my virginity, I thought there was a problem with me. Mm-hmm. I'm like, yo, like, I'm a guy. This shit's supposed to just rise up for everybody. It wasn't going down like that. So legit went to go see specialists. I'm like, I'm 17, 18 years old. Like, what the fuck is going on with me? The doctor was like, my doctor literally sat me down and was like, yo, what are you attracted to? And I was weirded out. He's asking me shit. We're still teenagers. I'm like, what? And he's asking me, like, yo, what are you attracted to? And I'm telling him, and he was like, well, everything you said, the girl that you had the issue with, does she fit those descriptions? And I thought about it. I'm like, no. He was like, well, there's your fucking problem right there.
Yo, yeah, I'm glad he said it just like that.
So he said it, like, but me being on some shit like, well, it's being given to me. I'm supposed to just take it. Mm-hmm. It's supposed to just work when it's there, and not understanding the male body and genitalia and everything that needs to go into having sex, and then just mental as well. I didn't know all that shit tied into it. I really didn't, because I never bothered to look into it. Especially if you're not sexually active, you're not going to understand those things. So I'm like, fuck it. Let me go try to find somebody that fit the description. And never had that problem again. Never had that problem again. So I'm like, all right. But my point of bringing that up is people don't know their bodies, don't know their mentals, don't know themselves. So they allow...
We took a very left turn.
We didn't, because I'm about to reel it back.
I hear you, but I'm saying we was talking about you losing virginity and shit like that. I was sitting here like, okay.
So, but the point, the reason I bring that up, because people don't know themselves, and in not knowing yourself, you allow traumatic shit to basically change who you are. Yeah. And in that post that we brought up with the women acting like men, I honestly feel like they do that shit because they feel like that's the way to keep them from getting hurt.
But you know what it is? The reason why I question it so much is because I'm biased. I'm not an asshole when it comes to women, so I don't understand why they need to be mean, because I'm not a person who just like who necessarily. Well, I guess I don't feel that way, but maybe I do deserve some of that hate. But it's some of those things where it's like, if I don't do anything, I shouldn't deserve some of that hate. But again, it's a bias on myself, because everything you're saying makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Like, so when you think about it from an outside lens, it's just, well, duh. If you kick an armadillo enough time, it's going to that little ball.
That's straight up.
Like, all right, that's enough of that. Yeah. I get it, but I'm saying, like, I guess it is our faults. Well, the collective of men. I can't say like our. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying the collective because I don't do it. Need to put some, like, just be more respectful. Because honestly, I feel like it's good for the balance of the ecosystem. Like, we shouldn't be so hyper aggressive either.
Yeah.
And they shouldn't be so hyper aggressive.
But-
Because honestly, the calmness, there's a balance in life that's supposed to be there. But it's like if two people who are aggressive get into a discussion, it's always going to turn into an argument.
Fire.
But if you have a person who's hot heavy and a person who's calm, they can bring them down.
Listen.
Because a person who's calm is never going to come up here. But the person who's up here can always come back down here. So when it comes to it, it's just, I understand that, like, as a man, I know that sometimes I'll be going off the rails, whether it's because of, like, I get emotional, I get aggressive, or whatever the case is. But, like, a kind woman in your life would be like, babe, relax. Like, that nurturing kind of
Facts.
energy. And then in the long run, you think about kids and stuff, like, you want that kind of nurturing energy. Like, where I'm going with it, like, my original question behind it was, like, the long run. You want that nurturing kind of energy that when you're 80, 90 years old, she's still, doing old couple shit. But it's like, if you aren't necessarily that loving kind of nurturing energy, it's like now your kids, your grandkids don't see it. And it's like that perpetuates a whole nother thing, because now a young man sees a woman who's extra aggressive, and he might think like, oh, okay, so that's how all women are supposed to be.
Yeah,
and then if she's not extra aggressive, that's when he starts walking all over her. You know what I'm saying? And like, somewhere the cycle has to break. So it's like, I just really just want it for everyone. Like, us as men, we need to check ourselves, and I feel like women need to also, so for balance purposes is where I'm going with it, because we all need balance in our life. Having them be balanced, having us be balanced, that's how good discussions happen. That's how good bonds get formed. But it's like, if two people are extra aggressive, it's never going to work out.
And but and also, if people choose to be that way, even if it was because of a past incident, then go find somebody you can be that way with.
Yeah. Maybe y'all could. And it works.
Yeah.
Because
some people like toxic shit.
Yeah. Crazier things. So maybe it works.
Yeah, but
maybe it works.
But for the people who are like that, and then they constantly end up dealing with people that's nothing like that, it's because it's deep down they want to get out of that, and they want somebody who's going to be willing enough to stick around and deal with their nonsense until they feel like, all right, I won't do this shit anymore. But who the fuck has that much patience? You feel me? Like, I'm a patient motherfucker.
Yeah.
I think in almost every episode I done brought up the shit that I've been through, but we're not gonna get into that right now. But my point being is, no one's that fucking patient. You're not gonna sit around and just be a fucking a bear that's getting poked until you turn into a fucking monster and be like, yo, stop doing that shit. Like, and in a sense, because I used to be so mad when I used to deal with women who felt the need to be that way. But as I'm getting older, as I'm becoming a even more developed man, it's like, yo, I get it. And it sucks that you do understand it. Like, half the situations that I've been in the past, people call me crazy for it, but I understand why they did it, yo. And it's like, damn, you didn't have to do me like that, but I get it.
Right, yeah,
yeah, so, and in a sense, I think in understanding more of why they did it, it helped me get over it better, because it's like, all right, now I don't have to make jokes about it anymore.
Everything should be a lesson.
Yeah, so
not even with just dealing with other people. If you did have something happens, it should be like, wait,
yeah,
let's process that so why I don't have it again.
And I just you sit up here and hope and wish that people would get to a point where they understand, like, yo, this is why this happened, and this is why that happened. And then they put it all together so they can make sure none of that shit happens again. You're not God. You're not going to predict the future. You don't know what happened, but you got to put the right people in your life so things like that won't happen. And even if it does fuck up and happen again, you can't allow it to make you something you're not. And a lot of people do that. Male, female. I watch dogs. Fucking dog might bite the wrong fucking toy and be like, I'll never touch that toy again. You bring it out and they run from it. Mm-hmm. It's the same shit. Yep. So it's like, you just hope that it doesn't allow you to be fearful. You got to live your life the way you feel like you need to live it. Mm-hmm. And like I said a couple of seconds ago, if you feel like that's who you are now, go find somebody you can be that way with. Don't find somebody you know that's a good person, a sweetheart to you, would do anything for you, and then take advantage of that shit until you're done with it. That's fucked up. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And like, I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I'm holier than thou, because I when I say I've been through shit, I've also been on the other side of it as well. Mm-hmm. I've used people, but in the sense, I'm not making an excuse for myself. In me doing it, I didn't realize at the moment that's what I was doing, and I had to catch myself like, fuck. Damn, I'm no better than the motherfuckers I've been talking about. But at least I had the decency to realize I was making a mistake, own the mistake, and ended the fucking mistakes. You feel me? It's people in the world, but man, I'm just going to do me. Fuck everybody else. I can't understand that. Because if you had people in your life that you truly deeply care for, you would never do that to them purposely.
Yeah.
I would just never understand that thought process.
Well, all in all,
Mm-hmm.
men, we definitely need to do better with ourselves. Make sure that we are treating ourselves with respect.
Mm-hmm.
Just the whole, everybody with respect as well as the ladies.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies, we got to balance ourselves. Well, y'all got to balance ourselves out too, because as a collective, I think it's just healthy for the ecosystem. You know, when two people are happy as opposed to angry with each other, I just think it leads to better results.
And it's okay to be mad sometimes. Just make sure,
Okay
just make sure there's some fucking afterwards.
It's like, bro, what? Is that there's no fucking?
No, I said make sure there's some fucking afterwards.
Some. Why is it some? Why can't it be all of the fucking afterwards?
Yeah.
Because you get all of it.
And you get into an argument with your girl, and then y'all make up. That make up sex be.
Ooh, yeah.
That make up sex be.
Yo, but last thing, son. You say you wanted to try these?
let me show the world with these. Let me put it in the camera. Hold up. So keep talking. Explain to them what these are.
These are a gift from Satan. Because nobody with a good heart would come up with this creation. Long story short, this thing has multiple kinds of jelly beans in it. Good flavors, terrible flavors, and you don't know because they all look the same. They got flavors in there like boogers and throw up, and I wish I was making that up. I don't be exaggerating that much. So, in all honesty, depending on which flavor I get, I'm running out. I don't know how it's going to end. I don't know how it's going to cut. I don't know what the edit going to look like.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this: if I do something nasty,
You better spit that shit in that napkin.
T.
Don't spit that shit in my floor, bro.
I'm gonna spit. I'm going to the bathroom and throwing up if I get throw up.
You ready for this, bro?
No, I don't want to. This is one way to end the show.
Oh man,
You couldn't have bought like a tiger or something.
this shit say caution on the box.
Yeah, exactly.
This shit about
Or
to
the
be
flavor's
gross.
probably gasoline or something. That's
All right, so I'm gonna read. I got time to do this. All right, yep. I'm gonna read all the flavors that could possibly be in here. Yeah, you ready? Spoiled milk or coconut. They're the same color. Canned dog food or chocolate pudding. Same color. Hopefully, I'll get the chocolate ones. I can't eat chocolate.
I hope you do get the chocolate one.
There's dead fish and strawberry banana smoothie. Same color. There's a booger and juicy pear. Same color. All right. Rotten eggs and buttered popcorn.
I don't want to play this.
Stinky socks or tutti frutti.
I don't want to play this.
Toothpaste or berry blue. See, that one's not that bad. A stink bug or toasted marshmallow.
And I know how my luck works, so let me get this napkin ready.
It's gonna be either barf or peach, or dirty dishwater or birthday cake. This shit about to be gross,
Shake it
bruh.
up. Treat it like cards. You gotta shake it up.
This shit about to be- Please, Lord, give me a good one. I don't want to throw up right now, bruh. Oh my
I
god.
don't want to throw up on that. I promise you, if I got a nasty one, I'm not eating it.
All right. Is it? We're gonna eat it at the same time, all right? All right. What color you got?
This one, I don't know what.
He got blue, so it's either toothpaste or berry blue.
Alright, I could deal with that.
All right. Oh fuck.
I hope you get ass.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that? Oh man, this shit's gonna be so bad.
Which one? Oh,
I'm so scared.
trying to pick.
Why you get the blue one? Any
Oh,
more
I should have
blues?
closed my eyes.
Any more blue? I'm not looking.
I should have closed my eyes and not looked.
Oh fuck! I got a white one.
That's toothpaste, right?
No,
Alright, I'll get another one.
no, you good.
Alright, yo.
This shit's either spoiled milk or coconut.
Well,
You ready, bro?
bottoms up, son.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers, son. Plank. You don't know by the first bite. Alright. See, this wasn't so bad though,
What was it?
because I had toothpaste.
Coconut.
But it don't matter because toothpaste is not terrible. It
Alright.
smells good now.
So one more. We doing it, bro? Don't look in the box, bro. One more.
I cheated the first time, so I won't cheat this time.
God, you gonna get that one?
Alright, I'll go down. Like,
You good? I picked the ones you dropped up.
I hear them falling too, so my bad, bruh.
You got another blue one?
Nah, oh shit.
Oh shit! That shit gonna be either booger or juicy pear.
Oh God.
I'm not looking either. Yeah, if it's a brown one, I gotta put it back because I can't eat chocolate.
No, yes,
I
you
can't
can.
eat chocolate.
I don't care.
You trying to make me sick,
It's
nigga?
part of the game, son. Part of the game, son.
All right, another white one.
Oh shit. You might get lucky and get coconut or something. Nonsense, bro. If this boogers, I swear I'm spitting it out, son. Because you can't taste it when you first bite it, bro.
You ready?
Cheers, son.
Oh!
Oh. Juicy pear. You know, this game ain't half bad, yo.
Rotten eggs.
Oh, man. That sounds terrible. You know what tastes good, though? This juicy pear.
Yo, turn this shit off right in the episode.
Nah, I think we're good. All right, y'all. So I think I'm going to end it right here.
Oh.
Because this fella's going to die.
Oh, shit.
So we're going to catch y'all at the next one. Who knows what we're going to be talking about next.
Bro, that shit was gross.
But y'all be safe out here in these streets, okay?
Oh, no.
Ah!
Yo, my fucking stomach hurt.